Hola Colchoneros, welcome back to Atleti Fanatics, and we are back. And Real Betis is also back, so we're playing Real Betis again. So this episode is all about the preview of that game, and also we're going to discuss our opponents for Copa del Rey, which is again Barcelona. But again, before that, thank you so much, guys. By the way, for 500 subscribers, for everyone who's been commenting, subscribing to us, and sharing the videos and everything. Thank you so much, guys. It's good to see our community grow up that fast, and especially our new Nigerian viewers, I would say. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the support as well, and hopefully we can achieve something big together with us, Atleti, Lookman, and everyone involved. Hopefully, Nigeria is like the main hub of African football. Like all the Premier League teams almost have like good fan base in Nigeria. So what do you think? Like maybe Atleti can set their base in Nigeria?
Maybe. I think this is the start of possibly something very special. I think in terms of what we call it. This is kind of part of what we signed a lot of these newer players for. Is like Cardoso to get a little bit of an edge into the US fan base. Vargas for the same thing for Mexico. Lookman for Nigeria. I mean, this is the time to see. But
I mean, Lookman is a big name, so
yeah, well,
that's
Lookman
why
is a much bigger name than the two players I
is
just
a
mentioned.
very big name. Exactly. So I
And he
mean, like
come.
the transfer to Lookman to Atleti almost like opened up kind of like cultural view as well
Hmm.
for us Atleti fans. So yeah, it's great to see that happening. Cultural change within Atletico de Madrid, and again, I'll say this again. So like and subscribe, and again, if you're new to the video, just hit that subscribe button. And unfortunately, Fran is not with us today. He had something with his eye, and some people were saying that he was going back home from River Plate game, and Boca Juniors fans surrounded him. So or maybe he had an allergy, which again can be either of those. But anyway, so next one we play Real Betis again. Now this match, I think this match is going to be a very different match from the one in Copa del Rey, because the Copa del Rey game was only, let's say, one match, like do or die kind of situation. In this match, like I don't see Real Betis moving their defense line so much up, because again, I mean, like we scored 5 goals, but 3 of those goals we scored from counter attacks.
Hmm.
So again, I don't see that happening at Metropolitano tomorrow on Sunday. So again, it's going to be a different match for sure. I think Real Betis would not push that much forward, and now like they know our game plan a little bit as well, how we were playing, because Mark Batra said in the post-match interview that like Atleti surprised them with the way we played, playing through the middle. But I mean, like we were playing through the middle. We were trying to play through the middle throughout the season. It just didn't work. Now it's kind of working, and hopefully it works on Sunday as well. But before we talk about the preview of Real Betis game in La Liga, so we've been drawn to Barcelona in the Copa del Rey semis. Now this is our third year in Copa del Rey semi-finals, and again we knocked out by Athletic Bilbao. That was again a two-leg game. We lost at home, and then we lost at San Mamés, San Mamés as well. And
Hmm.
then against Barcelona, it was a 4-4 in the first leg, and again the second leg was at Metropolitano, which we lost 1-0. Now the thing is, the first leg is at Metropolitano, and the second leg is in Camp Nou. So might be a little bit edge to Barcelona, but I don't think it should really matter, to be honest. I think we should finish the game at Metropolitano only, and then the second match, I think I'm much more confident this time facing Barcelona, to be honest. And again, let's see. You have to be the best to be the best. So this is that kind of a match, and the next leg is obviously the Basque derby of Athletic Bilbao and Real Sociedad, and I would love to face Athletic Bilbao in the final if we beat Barcelona, because I don't know why, for some reason they've been mocking us for some seasons now, right? Like for example, getting the logo wrong or anything, they're trying to mock us in some way.
Not sure what that's
I,
about.
I think it happened ever since Enrique Cerezo said, Bilbao instead of Athletic Club, he said Athletic Bilbao. So and they've been offended by it. And again, the way they play against us is different as well. They're trying to make a rivalry out of it. So I think I'd love to face Athletic Bilbao in the final just to humble them for once. It's been they're really milking it too much, the rivalry. But anyway, we will talk about this, the preview of this match next week. Let's just focus on the match we have tomorrow. Now that is against Real Betis. Again, I mean this one should be a no-brainer to be honest. Like you finished the game in the first half. I mean, no offense to Real Betis. I know like it's going to be a different match from the Copa del Rey, but you finish the game in the first half and then you make substitutions, rest the players, and then yeah, finish the match, get ready for the Barca game. But your initial thoughts, Keeks, about this game?
Oh, this game, not the Barca.
I mean, sure, both.
Sure.
I was just giving a heads up, but yeah, sure.
Uh, I think quick thoughts on the Barca thing is like I remember I saw something on Twitter, right, where somebody was like, I looked at Ferran Torres and I felt safe, and I just looked at all of the clips, and I was just like, every single clip except one was long way in those clips, and I'm just like, my word, how have we managed to play long lane every single matchup against Barcelona of the last like 2 years? What is this? Every time, and the only other time it wasn't long way, it was Hermoso. It's like clear weakness on our left hand side. So hopefully with Hanko that could change. I hope that Barrios is back in time, but I don't know if that's true. But I think I feel more confident in this game because of
Barrios is injured again. Like
yes.
he's a doubt for the second leg as well,
So
which we're gonna talk about in
we'll
the
talk
Real,
about it when we get to it. But
Real
it's
Betis
like
game. Yeah, but just be brief about this one.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just trying to be brief. It's like this is one of those games where I think if Simeone gets it right, it's almost a guaranteed trophy, right? He wants to push us to get that trophy. He wants to get at least this, you know, to get to something this season, so we can like push into go into different aspects of ourselves afterwards. It's a shame that we didn't get the top eight, but it is what it is. So I'm hopeful. I think we have other things to think about, but we already played Barcelona. I think the game plan that we played against Barcelona was a good one. It was just unfortunate because the players that we really wanted to use didn't really weren't really available at the time, and we had to and some of the strategies failed because of it. I think we will also not see Nico Gonzalez play one pass in the first 45 minutes and then get immediately subbed off. But in regards to the Betis game,
I mean,
uh,
it happened for the first time. By the way, it happened for the first time that Nico Gonzalez was available and he didn't play. We were playing him when he was sick as well, so that's a
yeah,
big change.
this is a hopefully a very consistent change because I I still see people. This is the same thing I was talking about last year as well. It's like a lot of people were talking about, oh well, if we get Nico Gonzalez for 15 million, he'll still be good. And it's like Nico Gonzalez sucks. Like genuinely, he's played really good in like two games in the Real Madrid game and the Villarreal game, where clearly he was a useful profile. We needed somebody who can run into the spaces, cause a little havoc, can score headers. These things would be useful in those specific games. But across La Liga, he has been woeful. He doesn't hold width particularly well, doesn't defend particularly well, is usually not very good as a wing back either. He doesn't help out Hanko if he's in that position. His link up play could use some work. His dribbling could use some work. His shooting could use some work. Like he has a lot of minutes and he also has only one goal and no assists so far this season. Like that's not like there's no reason to really go after him because we've seen a lot of him and we've also seen that he has not a lot for us in a lot of different positions. Yeah, you've played a lot in different positions. You've been bad in all of them though. Don't want to see it. We also won't see it in this game because he's injured. He had a lower back pain. So it's just looking up and up for us at this point. But um, there's that. There's a few other things about the squad, but obviously Barrios being out, as we said, for this game, for the Real Betis game here. What do you call it? Júlián being back. I'm not quite 100% sure how this is going to look, but I think the idea is, as you mentioned, Real Betis did not anticipate us like hitting them like that on the counter and basically killing them from behind. I don't think Real Betis is particularly good even defending low either, but that's my opinion. I think that with Julian, you kind of have a different dimension to Griezmann in terms of deep box presence because he can give you that link up as well as being that nine in the middle that is going to be making those runs and these other things. Ideally, because he hasn't really been able to do that so far this season for like 2-3 months now. So the idea of what it could potentially be, the link up with Lookman, it all sounds really good on paper, and I hope to see the idea become the reality. And then obviously, we have to talk about Mendoza potentially starting, or maybe is Llorente. I don't know. It's probably Mendoza.
I mean, it is a no-brainer. I think Mendoza can step up,
I think so
definitely for
too.
sure. I think again, he can be our next Barrios, but and Barrios is injured. I mean, he'll be out for 4 weeks, and he's gonna miss at least 8 to 9 games. That's massive. That's massive.
Yeah.
And again, it's a very important part of the season as well, where we have to face Club Brugge, Barcelona twice, and then we have some difficult away games as well. And so Barrios was necessary, but I think I am confident with Rodrigo Mendoza because I think he can, you know, he has the ability that he can control the game. He can take responsibility in midfield. He can, push the team.
I
And
think this is what
I
we were talking about. Like this is the substitute that doesn't. This is the bench of quality. This is if somebody in the starting team doesn't show up, you have somebody who can actually replace them, and the drop in quality is not that low. It's like it's more than good enough to get the same game plan done.
exactly. Alemany did amazing, with Rodrigo Mendoza. I mean, you can see Barca fans, Real Madrid fans, even some PSG fans, literally, like like saying like how did Atleti bagged Rodrigo Mendoza for just 16 million. That's a steal. That's classic Matteo Alemany. But anyway, so now about the match again. Real Betis in La Liga, they are in fifth position. They're in again a good position, I would say. Again, they're probably heading to Europe as well next season. And the one thing which I noticed is again they've scored almost similar number of goals. We've scored 38 goals this season. They've scored 36 goals this season. But the problem is their defense. They've conceded 28, which is 11 more than us. So again, but they've scored similar number of goals. So, but I think Atleti would be much more confident going into this game. But Real Betis will have a different plan for sure. Now, again, the
Also,
question would
Adrian will
be
not be in goal, so they might have a better chance of like actually
that's
saving the
true.
chances.
Exactly. I mean, Adrian was, I think, he could have saved at least 2 goals. The corner one and the Griezmann's first goal.
Yeah, I think so.
He could have saved, or maybe
I
the
think
Thiago
the
Almada one.
deflection for the Almada one was kind of poor as well. That was a little bit of a shaky save.
True. So again, like I'm saying, it's gonna be a different game, but let's see. So this is the table which I was talking about. So we are in third. Real Betis is in fifth, and again, if you see the form again, so I mean they're in kind of like a they won one, they lost, and then again last 5 games they had 2 losses, 2 wins, and 1 draw. Like they're literally walking, they're keeping things balanced. 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and we have 2 draws and 3 wins, which was the last draw was against Levante, which was again very frustrating. Now next we face Real Betis at home as well, which is Metropolitano. Again, now this one I really want to say about this, like we all can see everyone is excited about Lookman, so I really want to tell, like to our viewers, like for like first time viewers, especially the guys from Nigeria, like the reception Lookman will get at Metropolitano, it'll be amazing. Like we love the support you guys are giving us, but like you should see on tomorrow the reception Lookman will get at Metropolitano whenever he'll do let's say step overs, whenever he go past the player, whenever he'll take a
I
shot, whenever
I've
I mean like
missed I've missed seeing players do step overs, and I saw Lookman do it like 2 or 3 times in the game, and I was just like, oh, football is back.
true. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, like Metropolitano again, they will support Lookman. You'll see the fans cheering him, applauding him, shouting his name. like like cheering him in a, like pushing him to perform even better, backing the player. And again, like when you play with Atletico Madrid, like again, it's different. All the players back you as well, so you won't see no other team in La Liga would be, again, would try to do something, let's say, like the things we see with Vinicius. No other team will try to do that with Lookman, because with Atletico de Madrid it's different. We have Simeone on the touchline, again, ready to, like, back the players. We have Koke, we have Jimenez, we have Lorente. So yeah, I mean, Lookman is in good hands now. So yeah, he'll be safe with us. But again, the reception from Metropolitano would be great for Lookman though. Whenever he'll do his creative stuff with his movements, and I'm pretty much sure like he might score tomorrow as well. I'm very sure about it. And again, the way you see the stadium, applauding him and cheer his name, it is going to be amazing. And Metropolitano will have definitely have a good time tomorrow. And Lookman, it'll be good to see if to Lookman as well. Like like he'll get that much appreciation from a 70,000 crowd at Metropolitano. So again, very different. And this is what people say. Like whoever come at Atleti, they say the fans are amazing. Like you get the support and everything. The fans are behind you. They back you up and everything. Literally, we Atleti fans, like and the ones in Spain, obviously, like we are one of the best in the world. So again, it's just one of the best. Like when we perform better, when we have bad days, we fans are always there to back the players. So yeah,
With that said, I'm just looking at this window here. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like we normally would score way more goals by now. We'd be closer to Real Madrid's tally in terms of goals. And it's clear for the past at least a month we've been struggling to really generate goals. I'm hoping look when I can finally unlock Alvarez lack of goals and we can move on from here. That's the idea. Solot is back as well too. So
Solos is back as well. But like I said, like in the previous episode when we did the
mhm.
review, I don't see Solot starting in this system.
Yeah,
Even though
no.
like I was praising him for the last 2 months, and rightfully so, because he was performing well.
Mhm.
So I give credit where it's due. But now in the system, I don't see Solot starting
Mhm.
because again, Lookman and Alvarez, like we saw what happened, what the connection between Lookman and Griezmann was great, and Lookman is not even at his 100% yet.
Mhm.
Like he's just getting used to Spain, the language, again, new teammates. So it'll take a little while to, like for him to settle. And even the first day, like he just had one training and then the match, you
I
could
think it's
see the
true.
connection. Two days training, yeah, 2 days training and one match. So yeah, fine, 2 days training and the match. So again, you could see the connection with the teammates. So again, it's happy days for sure, upcoming for us, and hopefully it can last long, because again, February and March is the most, we're heading towards the most important phase of the season, where we need our players, and we need our players at their 100% as well, because last season we were cruising through every match, and then we came March, and then we just crumbled. And then we crumbled so hard that like we were out of all the three competitions and the season was over in March itself. So again, we're heading towards the same phase, the difficult part of the season, Feb and March, where we need our players at their best. And hopefully, Lookman can be the guy who can, like I said in the review as well, help us finish beyond the finish line. Having said that, let's go towards the possible lineups,
Mhm.
which we're gonna do. So again, keeping in mind we have the game against Barca as well in midweek. So again, I think it should be a classic 4-4-2. Like I said, uh, okay, I'm sorry, Charlotte, you have to go. So over here we have to go Lookman, and this has to be Julian Alvarez because I really want him to get his goals, and especially just before a match against Barcelona. And then this one has to be Baena, and then this
Cardoso and
one.
Barrios are also.
Both of them are out, exactly. Thank God we have Rodrigo Mendoza right now. So I think Cookie and Rodrigo Mendoza will be over here. Giuliano will start as well because again he has to get back to his 100% as well. I think Ruggieri. Oh my God, this guy is still here. Uh,
And look at that backline and just think to myself, if Hanko or Jimenez or Pubil get injured, we're right back to like complete mediocrity. And I'm really concerned about that.
Yeah, don't jinx it, bro. Don't jinx it. Okay, so there you go. This would be my preferred lineup for tomorrow's match. And again, back to the same where Koke drops in, Baina comes in the middle, Ruggieri gets the whole left hand space, and sort of like a 4-3-3. And Giuliano moves forward. Alvarez over here with Giuliano. So yeah, this would be my preferred lineup, more like a 4-3-3. But again, the way we sit is like a 4-4-2 itself.
Sort of a 2-3-5 in possession situation, ideally.
True. True. Now this one I'm really excited to see. Julian Alvarez and Lookman up front. I really hope Julian Alvarez scores tomorrow. Like I'm saying, like, finish the game in the first half, 2-0, at least 2-0 in the first half, and then the second half you can change. For example, Lookman, you can replace Lookman with Griezmann. You can replace Alvarez with Sorloth, and then I think I'll keep the maybe you can replace Koke with Obed Vargas, and then you can put on Molina for Simeone, and I think and then if you want to put a defender like Jimenez, you can put the defender as well. You can put Almada instead of Baena. And then, yeah, there you go. My five substitution as well. Almada, Ubed Vargas, Sorloth, Griezmann, and Molina. What do you think?
I'm not really much to complain about that. I think the only thing would be if there is a chance, if we do really well, if there's a chance to debut somebody, then debut somebody. But if not, nothing I would really change about these subs. I think that's fine.
I mean, it is a home debut. Like, I'm giving two players home debut, Lookman and Rodrigo Mendoza. Ubed Vargas as well.
Ideally, all three
Five
could
home
get their
debut.
home debut if we do well. We have a very good record against Betis at home, like a really good record against Betis at home. I think last
Julian
season,
was on fire. Yeah, he scored the amazing
Julian,
free kick as well.
Julian had two disallowed goals to stop him from getting his hat trick. So a lot, despite the fact that he didn't get. Did he score that game? I don't
I
think he did.
guess so. I guess. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Let me check. I
But he
guess
had a
he
really
did.
good game regardless. I think he was in a position to score. Like I know he scored one offside goal. I think he had two or three different chances as well. So Betis, I don't know what it is with Betis and Pellegrini, but they tend to really crumble against us at home. And I'm hoping the same result happens here again. I hope Mendoza and Julian especially get a really nice, solid debut because Mendoza build off of the confidence that he had in that second half. Júlián, we need him to score and get back into his best self, especially because of this hard part of the season.
No, he did not. It was Alvarez scoring 2 goals, Angel Correa scoring one, and then Raul Roman scoring one.
Right. And so there was disallowed. There was two disallowed Julian Alvarez goals, a disallowed Solot goal, and a disallowed Molina goal. Very, very funny game.
Oh yeah, Molina goal. I remember. Molina goal. I remember.
It was the most bizarre, like, oh, okay, I guess that went it. But great game, and it showed everything that we could do in that situation. Even though we had a really poor backline of Longley, Lamond, and Galan there, it didn't really change anything because we didn't really get threatened all that much. So I'm hoping a similar situation can happen. Mendoza being more kind of similar to DePaul in the sense that he can find that eye for a pass through the middle. Not as physically capable as Barrios, but capable nonetheless. And he was very good in terms of the other aspects of the game. I hope that we can see the best out of Giuliano as well. We haven't really mentioned it. Giuliano's been kind of out of the squad with sickness. So him being at his best is also for the best of us coming into not just this game, but also this set of games because when Giuliano is not there, our team is very poor. So if we can get us not just a solid month, but the rest of the season we can get the best out of him, that would be fantastic for us. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like play your preferred lineup. Go with unchanged. I mean, like you have again put Alvarez instead of Griezmann because again that was Alvarez was the first choice, and then the second one is obviously because of an injury, Barrios. Play Mendoza for Barrios and go with your strongest lineup. And just finish the game within first half, and then you can go and rest these players. For example, Baena can get a rest, Lookman can get a rest, Alvarez can get a rest, Giuliano can get a rest, and then Lorente can get a rest as well.
That's the ideal. That's the I think this is what Alamani came in for, where not only do we have a very strong 11, which I think we kind of inherited besides maybe one or two positions, should things go well, we have somebody on the bench who, sorry, should things go poorly, actually, we have people on the bench who can replace the players that we just had, and the level shouldn't change too drastically. We'll see in the summer. There's a lot of talks in the summer about what we were trying to do and these other things. There was ideas, for instance, I had an idea of what we were trying to do. I think we talked about it on the podcast as well. What we thought was going to happen in the winter transfer window, and then the club was like, "We want a left back," and then they didn't sign a left back at all. And it was supposed to.
I think they're waiting for Grimaldo. I think Grimaldo can be a very concrete option.
We'll see.
We'll see.
As I said, look, I want a Caribbean in the team. If there was even a slight chance, I would take Miles Lewis Skelly, but that's not really looking too likely. But in terms of the actual other parts, it's like we said, we're supposedly looking at a left back. Jerry's performance in the last game may make the team maybe reconsider. For instance, if he continues to perform like this for the rest of the season.
If it continues, that's a big if.
So
if
it's a big if, because it's not just one or two issues with Jerry, right? Like clearly, when you look at the levels that Llorente and Pubil show in terms of the right back situation with the full backs, it shows that you don't have that on the left. Even with Hanko in that position, you don't have that. And ideally, you want somebody like that at least in your starting position. Then we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll stay and he'll be back up. I'm not even sure. But last time when we were coming into this window, Solat was apparently a guaranteed gone. We call it a few other players were like guaranteed gone, but Solat stayed. Raspadori surprisingly left. Gallagher, who didn't seem like there were any concrete offers, for real left for a lot of money. You never really know until the window actually shows, but when we get there, we'll talk about it. But for the most part, I think the initial thoughts that I see a lot of people talk about in terms of the transfers of these are the players that will come in, I think that may be wrong, especially because of what we saw this season as well as the past window as well in the summer. So I think we're on the right track though in terms of the squad. I think if we see this again, we'll be in a much better position come into the summer window where we have everything set. But yeah.
For sure. And yeah, I think like there's not much to add to this one. And again, we're not going to do the score prediction. I think we kind of jinxed the team. So it's better like we don't do it. Last time we didn't do the score prediction. Like we ended up winning 5-0. So it's better that like, we don't do the score prediction thing. We don't want to jinx the team. But anything else you want to add? I mean, like 3 players, they like, I mean, like I think certainty, like they will definitely make their home debut. And excited about it, like with the home fans giving them reception, especially Lookman, like the reception, like I'm repeating this again, like the reception Lookman will get at Metropolitano will be amazing. Like, this is one of those things, like, like to all the support we're getting from Nigeria, like now they'll see, like, how supportive we are of one of our own.
I think we call it. I'm happy for Lookman. I think he'll be fine. He's a big player. He's played in a decently sized team in Atalanta. Not quite Atletico, but decently sized. He got them a trophy. I think I want Mendoza to do well and understand the responsibilities he has, and I hope that he starts. We're not even guaranteed he starts, but I hope that he starts. I'm more
he has a big responsibility. I think Rodrigo Mendoza will play all month.
But I'm more looking at Vargas, where I think him especially is one that would be more interesting because there was talks of him potentially leaving on loan, but now looking at him in terms of the fact that he may eventually get to play in Atletico, but also at the home stadium with all the fans and these other things, this might be a very special moment for him. So I hope that he gets what he can get out of the game and show all of the best of his abilities, hopefully coming into that game as well. So we'll see.
True. Obed Vargas is like a classic example of dreams to come true. Like, if Obed Vargas, like, ends up having a very good time at Atletico de Madrid, I mean, that's like a proper biopic movie you guys can make. It's a proper, like having as a kid moving from Mexico to Alaska, struggling with all the things, their family had to go through. And then obviously from Alaska to then I think he joined MLS, and then from MLS, I forgot the team he was before Seattle.
Oh, there was a team before that. My bad.
Yeah, he was. I think he was in a team before that, and then from that team to Seattle, and then from Seattle to Atleti. Perfect, perfect. Imagine like a team like you watching growing up, supporting them. Like one day, like you end up joining them, and at a very young age as well, playing with your idols and everything. It's just amazing. A proper Hollywood movie line that is. But again, I'm happy for Obed Vargas, and I'm excited to see Lookman as well at Metropolitano, and even Obed Vargas and Rodrigo Mendoza. But again, I think like out of these three signings, Lookman and Rodrigo Mendoza, both of them have very big, responsibilities to take this team forward, and especially Rodrigo Mendoza since Barrios is out now. Like all of a sudden, like he was playing in Elche just like a week before, and he played
Hmm.
against Barca as well, by the way, and he had a very good game against Barca.
He had a good
And
game
then
against all of the big three. I don't know if he played against. No, he did play against us, and I know he played
he
against Real
did,
Madrid and Barca
he
as
did,
well.
he played a very
So
good game against us as well. So again, he has the opportunity to take the revenge against Barca in midweek, which we're going to talk about after this, the review of this game. But anyway, guys, again, just like and subscribe. And if you're here for the first time, just hit the subscribe button. And again, if you're just starting following us, subscribing us, so welcome to the club. And um, we hope we can achieve good things together, us as a fan base and the club together as well. And until then, open We'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.